We kick off the fall art season
and highlight a ton of events,
including the Irving Symphony season premiere.
All this in the special edition of About Town.
Hello everyone and welcome to About Town. I'm Susan Kamyab.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman, and I'm thrilled to have Susan here to help us kick off the art season, except it really has kind of already kicked off.
Right, yeah, this weekend was the Irving Main Street event. That was great.
Oh, I know. Hot, but a wonderful event.
Yeah.
And Great Harvest was this weekend.
Right.
Big Read kicked off, and we're going to have some highlights for you coming up a little bit later in the show. We're glad you could join us for the scoop on just about everything on the fall schedule, and it is coming up fast.
And just so you don't miss out, Cynthia Flores returns with reviews on 3 great fall films, including the long-awaited Sully, starring Tom Hanks.
As always, we invite you to email us. Please let us know about stories you'd like to see and events that you'd like to promote here on the show.
So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Or you can still email us at ictn@cityofirving.org.
Here's some highlights from all the fun this past weekend in this week's Arts Review.
There was a standing room only crowd at the 26th annual Great Harvest. The Irving Convention Center was the place to be on September 16th as the community turned out in record numbers to support the work of Irving Cares.
Irving is a place that has a lot of wealth, but there's also a lot of people that struggle financially. They may need a little help paying their rent, utilities, finding a job.
Irving Cares provides for all those needs and more. So the money raised at this year's event allows the organization to help their clients with what they truly need with dignity.
It's not a handout, it's a hand up.
Great music, great food, fun for kids, and top it all off with classic cars. The 2016 Main Street event was all that and more. The 2-day event is now in its 8th year and continues to capture that hometown spirit in downtown Irving. The Irving Public Library kicked off the Big Read 2016 with Explore Mexico, an afternoon of games, puppet shows, and performances spotlighting the culture of our nearest neighbor to the south. This event kicked off a month of activities for adults and kids, all to promote literacy in our community. Visit any Irving Public Library for a free copy of this year's book, Into the Beautiful North, and be sure to check the website for a full schedule of events through October 15th. Ms. Mature Irving 2015 Aura Reed will hand over her crown to the next lovely senior lady on Friday, September 30th at 7 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall. Call 972-252-ARTS for tickets so you can cheer on your favorite phenomenal woman.
The Big Read has events continuing through mid-October, so check the schedule online at cityofirving.org/library. The Irving Symphony Orchestra kicks off their 2016-2017 season on October 8th with a concert that is sure to delight. Hector Guzman and Connie Dunn join us with the details. It's great to see you guys.
Thank you. Good to be here.
I will tell you that when I cracked open, because who looks at a magazine or a brochure anymore, I cracked open the website and saw what the first concert was. It made my heart smile. Tell us about it, Hector.
Well, Swinging Sinatra. Sinatra and his friends opens the season with Steve Lipia. He has sung with us before. He's a singer extraordinaire from Las Vegas, and his show is terrific. And something that your audience needs to know is that he, for some reason, owns the original arrangements that Frank Sinatra sang to. So
oh my gosh.
You will have the orchestra and a complete big band behind him. And so this is like listening to the great Frank Sinatra.
It's going to be a wonderful show.
That is going to be wonderful. When you've got anybody who's got a voice that approximates what Frank Sinatra, could do vocally, then you've got something pretty special going on.
And then his arrangements, so that's terrific.
That is terrific. So Connie, as chairman of the Irving Symphony Orchestra board, there are some changes that have sort of happened, and then you've got to focus, going into this next, dare I say it, half century. So tell us what's going on.
Lots of good things going on at the Irving Symphony. One of the most important things that we did recently is that Marguerite Cortmas who has led the Irving Symphony so well as executive director, retired this past May, and we had a wonderful reception for her at the Four Seasons. Wonderful tribute to all that she's done to promote the arts in Irving. And then our new executive director, Catherine Pennington, came on board in June. And she is just a powerhouse. She has just jumped in and made some wonderful suggestions and connections for us. So we're so excited to have her with us and all her talent.
That is great. And those connections are the things that are important, because the symphony does more than bring beautiful music to us. It reaches out to families in the community as well.
Yes, and that's such an important aspect of what we do through our concerts for kids. We educate students about the arts. And Hector does some wonderful concerts and relates so well. The students are just enraptured the whole time.
Absolutely, as are the audiences. So this year has a special significance for Hector.
Yes, yes. Hector has been with the Irving Symphony now, conducting and bringing us the most wonderful music for 25 years. And the thing about Hector is that all of the musicians absolutely adore him, and you know, he just gets the best work out of them. They're inspired.
Absolutely.
And Hector also has afforded us the opening to know and to have so many special guest artists come because they love Hector.
Yeah, well, you know, Hector, it sounds like it's a universal thing.
Well, I started when I was 6 years old, so.
Exactly, and so that makes it easy,
of
right?
course.
You know, when you start really young.
Yeah.
So as we kind of close, I know that this just kicks off the season, but you've got some other great stuff coming up. Will you come back and tell us a little bit, or are you going to give us a little highlight now?
No, sure. Music from Carmen, the music of Tchaikovsky, a tribute to the Beatles, a spectacular Christmas concert. You name it, we have it all.
All right, well, I'm bringing you back to talk about the rest of it. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Simply Swingin' kicks off at 7:30 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall on Saturday, October 8th. Get your tickets at 972-252-ARTS, but you better hurry because this one's going fast. Back to you, Susan.
Cynthia Flores returns to the show with a review of Tom Hanks' long-awaited film, Sully, plus a look at an intriguing indie film and a great new documentary.
I want to share 3 films with you that are playing in theaters right now. I think of them as my September gems, and none of them are rated higher than a PG-13. The first 2 will be Oscar contenders, and the last is a documentary for lovers of Christian music. Let's start with the new film from director Clint Eastwood. Lately, he's chosen to do films based on the lives of real people, reluctant heroes that were just doing their jobs when fate called.
Sully! Sully, where are you?
You have to be living under a rock not to know who Chelsea Sully Sullenberg and the Miracle on the Hudson is. Well, actor Tom Hanks brings the story to life on the screen along with Aaron Eckhart, Mike O'Malley, Anna Gunn, and Laura Linney.
No one warned us. No one said you were going to lose both engines at a lower altitude than any jet in history. This was dual engine loss at 2,800 feet, followed by an immediate water landing with 155 souls on board.
How do you tell a story where everyone knows the ending? Well, if you're Clint Eastwood, you tell us what happened to the person away from the glare of the cameras. In Sully, we get to see all the persecution that the captain and his co-pilot went through as the airline and the powers that be looked for a scapegoat.
Our job is to investigate how a plane ended up in the Hudson River.
On the Hudson.
It's not a crash, it was a forced water landing.
Simulations showed that you could make it back to the airport.
Not possible.
Sully is rated PG-13 and it is a must-see this year. It will take you on the wild emotional ride that he and his co-pilot went on that started with the trouble in the air.
I don't feel like a hero.
Show us your cake, Super Sully!
There's been too much talk in the press already.
When was your last drink, Captain Sullenberg? Have you had any troubles at home?
This is the captain. Brace for impact.
What? Brace, brace, brace! Heads down, stay down!
There were 155 people on that plane.
Brace, brace, brace!
You were one of them.
Stay down!
Over 40 years in the air, but in the end I'm going to be judged on 208 seconds. I need a count, passengers and crew.
Is anyone still here?
Does where you were born or how poor you are always determine what you can do in the world? That's the question the new film, Queen of Katwe, from Disney and ESPN Sports tries to answer.
Mama, can you do big things from such a small place?
Don't think about such things.
Why not?
You would be disappointed.
The movie is based on the true story of Fiona Mudasi from Uganda in Africa. The film stars David Oyelowo, Lupita Nyong'o, and introduces Medina Malwaga,
Fiona.
the unassuming girl with a gift for chess.
In chess, the small one can become the big one.
You can say anything you wanna say.
Chess helps us solve problems.
Hate me, but I'm gonna love you anyway.
It teaches us to make a plan.
If you didn't have a wall to hide behind,
Use your minds,
but you fall to pieces when your eyes met mine.
and you will all find safety.
This film is an amazing story of perseverance in the hardest reality of poverty. The director, Mira Nair, who gave us films like Monsoon Wedding and The Namesake, does not allow Disney to whitewash the indignities of being poor and overlooked. Instead, she shows the humanity under the mess.
Believe you belong. Where is that for you?
This film is rated PG, so everyone can see it. If you have a heart, I guarantee that you will love this film as much as I did.
Are you my daughter?
Yes, Mom, I am. Coach, you told us to make a plan, but I fear things will never change.
What matters is when you reset the pieces
She's winning. She's winning.
and play again.
Stronger than your bruises, I got thick skin.
Last is a quick heads up about the only documentary I have ever seen that actually encourages the audience to sing along. It's rated PG, and it's about a Christian supergroup. Check out Hillsong, Let Hope Rise.
I believe that God created music to connect people, our soul, with heaven.
There was this underground movement. We'd do these events and there'd be thousands turning up.
Our success is not about us. It's ultimately about God. You take him out of the equation, we've got nothing.
Sully is currently playing at AMC Irving Mall and Regal MacArthur Marketplace.
The entertainment series of Irving is kicking off their 61st season with a show that will knock your socks off. Here with all the details are Mike Hill and Blake Davidson of the Three Redneck Tenors. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with us today. So, Mike, 61 years of this wonderful organization.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And we just are so excited to kick off another season with great shows.
Yeah, so how did you guys find out about the Three Redneck Tenors? Because I know the minute you look at that, you go, well, this is a great way to start.
Well, there's a little connection because one of the members is right here from Irving. So,
oh my.
Yes, yeah.
Imagine that.
Yes.
So we're very fortunate because they're going to be touring for Live on Stage next year, and they were a big hit at their preview about a month ago.
Yeah.
So, but we're glad we get to have them first.
Absolutely, and to have that wonderful connection of you, Blake, growing up right here in Irving with so many people that we know and love in this community.
That's right.
And getting to do this thing.
I know.
How much fun is this?
Oh, I'm very excited about it. In fact, we were talking earlier, and I said my dad was the choir director at Irving High School when I was born. I went to Lively Elementary, Crockett Junior High, Austin Junior High, graduated from Irving High School, went to University of North Texas. So there's a big connection in this area. And actually there are quite a few people from, I grew up at Plymouth Park Baptist Church where my dad was the choir director, my mom was the organist. So we've got a lot of people from Plymouth Park that are going to come to the show. I'm hoping to get some Irving High School people coming to the show. So we're going to really sort of draw everybody in, I hope.
Well, you know, we always love it when we can say, look at that hometown boy done good,
That's
you know?
Yeah.
But speaking of done good, Three Redneck Tenors has a completely different slant on this whole The Tenors thing. Tell us about it.
Well, the origination of it was a gentleman by the name of Matthew Lord, who is an opera singer, sang at the Metropolitan Opera, went to Juilliard, did San Francisco Opera, Chicago Lyric, the biggest opera companies really in the world, and even sang Piangi in the Hamburg, Germany company of Phantom of the Opera.
So, you know, no
real credit,
but,
but he and his wife have a children's theater in Grapevine and called Olik Performing Arts Center, and they wanted him to do a benefit for their theater and for the city of Grapevine, and he just sort of threw out this idea of, well, let's try something called Three Redneck Tenors, and he sort of put it together, and it was just going to be a one-night benefit, and some agents saw it and said I could book this all over the country, a tour started like that. In fact, he got the call about it when he was sitting in his dressing room at the Metropolitan Opera about to do Boris Godunov.
Okay, then why not?
And he's been on tour ever since. America's Got Talent, full national tour for the last 10 years.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what can we anticipate on the evening of this kickoff concert?
Well, I'll describe it in a way a patron described it to me. As he was leaving the show, we always come into the lobby and greet everyone afterwards. And a gentleman came up to me and said, you know, I'd tell my friends about you, but I don't know what I'd tell them.
Okay,
But a
I like
reviewer
it.
said one time, he said, if Larry the Cable Guy, Il Divo, and Mrs. Doubtfire had a baby, that child would be the three Redneck Tenors. It's
Yes.
it's opera, musical theater, comedy, pop, a lot of improv. It's very much interactive with the audience, so every show is different. Every night is different. Yeah,
Yes.
and they really enjoy that.
Yeah, that's, you know, and it's the truth. There's something special about being in the audience with other folks that are members of the entertainment series of Irving, because you people love good music and love a great show. When's this one going to be?
This is October 1st.
October
at
1st.
the Irving Arts Center,
Saturday
Carpenter
night.
Hall.
Yeah.
Is it 8 o'clock?
7:30.
7:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good kickoff. And then with this wonderful start to the season on October 1st, you've got another concert coming up shortly after. I
In
think
November.
it's the 14th of
Yes.
November. Yeah.
Mhm. With American Idol finalist Melinda Doolittle. And she has a huge following too.
Oh, yeah.
So we're excited to start the year off, our season, 61st.
So you guys know how to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really do. That's great. So folks, you can go to the website entertainmentseries.com for more information. You can also get your tickets at the Irving Arts Center website or by calling 972-252-ART. So gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. What
you,
fun.
Kathy.
Thank you. We're going to have a blast.
Looking forward to the concert.
Yeah.
Thanks. Back to you, Susan.
Sunday afternoons are full of great music with the new Philharmonic Orchestra of Irving. Dr. Sergio Espinoza and Gretchen Kroos join us with news on their season premiere. Hi, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
So tell us about the opening concert.
Well, our opening concert is a collaboration with the UTA opera students, and I'll let you continue.
Yes, absolutely. It's an opera workshop, UTA Opera Workshop. The idea is to present music from Vienna, and we're going to have composers like Haydn, von Suppe, but the center is going to be Strauss, the Fledermaus. We're going to present moments of the operetta, the Fledermaus. So we are going to have 8 to 9 singers singing duets, trios, quartets, full finales. So it's going to be very exciting. Voices are always exciting in a concert hall. Yes.
Awesome. So what kind of music will the audience get to hear?
Well, there's going to be certainly symphonic, but most important is going to be the group of singers supported by the symphony orchestra. Strauss is very smart. He finds ways to enhance the voices. So the voices are going to perform very well. They are going to project wonderfully, and it's fun music. Finally, it's a fun operetta.
And I understand you guys have scored a really cool music gig in the spring. Can you talk about that?
We are most proud, certainly, because in May 2017, May 28, we are going to be part of the Soluna Festival. We know it's one of the most important festivals, artistic festivals here. National Museum is part of that. Dallas Symphony is part of that. We receive a grant from the Dallas Foundation, and we're going to play Latin American music in the Dallas Performance Hall. It's going to be great. The day will begin with many activities around Dallas, around the downtown Dallas, and we, as the new Philharmonic Orchestra of Irving, we are going to culminate this with our concert over there. For that concert, we are going to have collaborations in addition from students in the area of Dallas. The Hockaday School is going to play with us some music. Some of their performers are going to play with us. So yes, it's for us is a source of pride to be part of this festival.
That's amazing. That's
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so incredible.
And that'll be May 28th.
May 28th.
Yes.
Okay. Was there any other news that you could share with us about the season?
Well, we also have a lot of collaboration with the Irving ISD.
Mhm.
And so we are continuing our First Tickets program, which involves inviting middle school students to come to a concert at the Irving Arts Center, and then they get to interact with the musicians. So we'll be continuing that work as well with Irving ISD.
And this is news, but not news. Let me explain you. Last season, we had a collaboration with the Momentum Dance Company. We did parts of the Nutcracker, Tchaikovsky. And we said, okay, this is a one-year collaboration, except the audience kept sending us messages or asking us, do it again, do it again. So it's not news, but news, because we are doing it again. That's the news. And the no news is that we did last year. So audience wants Nutcracker in our Christmas concert.
Okay, well, that's all exciting news. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you
for having
Thank
us.
you very much.
The season premiere from Vienna is Sunday, October 9th at 3:30 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall. Visit npoirving.com for more information and call 972-252-ARTS for tickets. Back to you, Kathy.
The Irving Art Association is on a roll with all kinds of opportunities to learn and explore art. A new concept is yoga and art. Linda Shotwell and Deepa Koshali are here with the details. Ladies, it's a pleasure to see you.
Thank you for having us.
I'm excited about all of the cool new stuff that's happening over there in JC Park with the Irving Art Association, and not just there in the ways that you guys are moving out into the community. Can you talk a little bit about some of these new collaborations?
Oh, I would love to. We are very excited to be trying new things in the last several years. We are now have a youth exhibit coming up where we're collaborating with the library here in town and doing a big read exhibit for youth who want to participate. We are also, it's so much fun. We have a Indian community exhibit that'll be coming up later in the fall. We have numerous other exhibits such as with the Irving Independent School District and with some of the private schools in Irving. And then again in the spring we'll work with Irving Heritage Society and the Celebrate Irving.
I think that's fantastic because the thing that you see happening throughout Irving is all of these kids getting involved in the arts. And I can't think of anything better than that.
Oh, I know.
You know?
We're very excited.
Yeah, and you guys are really kind of helping to further that movement. Now, Deepa, you have come forward with a really fascinating idea of combining yoga and art. But before I ask you about that, let me ask you a little bit about yourself in terms of background. You are a yoga instructor as well.
Yes, I'm a 500-hour teacher trained here. I practice my yoga every day, do meditation, breath work, and I also teach regularly with different organizations and different fitness studios. I'm an artist as well. So I wanted to combine both of my passions somehow.
I think that's great. So you came to Linda and said, what do you think about this?
Yeah, and it's grateful that Linda just immediately agreed and she was excited. The whole board member, everybody is excited about the workshop. So
that is wonderful. That is wonderful. So kind of give me an idea of how the day is going to progress. How will you guys move from art to yoga or yoga to art? How are you going to do it?
Yeah, so it's a 3-hour program. It's a 3-hour workshop, and we would start with a few stretches, but then we will be moving with the rhythmic movement of yoga. And with rhythmic movement of yoga and some instructions and prompts I'll be instructing throughout the session, we will be making an art. So it will be an artful, meditative prompts.
Wow.
And with the movement. Like dance, and we would be painting.
That's exciting. I mean, really kind of gets your mind in a different sort of framework for creating art. So tell us when the workshop's going to be.
It's going to be on October 1st, 9 a.m. to 12.
All right, great. And it's going to be there at Center for the Art at JC Park.
Yes,
absolutely.
All right,
wonderful. Ladies, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm excited to hear about all the new stuff. I think that yoga and art class is going to be fascinating. What a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Visit irvingartassociation.org to learn more about how you can get involved with art. Back to you, Susan.
The University of Dallas Haggerty Gallery hosts the annual Art Faculty Exhibition through October 2nd. Here's a look at this excellent work and a list of creative things for you to do about town.
And here's some other exciting events happening about town. Award-winning author and illustrator Carolyn D. Flores comes to Irving as part of the Big Read and the Smithsonian Museum Day Live. Meet the author at her interactive art workshop on Saturday, September 24th at 10:30 a.m. in Suite 200 in the Irving Art Center. And the Islamic Art Revival Series presents a gallery talk and performance by Banam Panahi, The Musicality of Calligraphy, on Saturday, October 1st at 4 p.m. in the Dupree Theater.
The Irving Symphonic Band presents The Sounds of Fall on Sunday, October 2nd at 3 p.m. in the Carpenter Performance Hall. For tickets to all these events, call 972-252-ARTS.
Sharon Sinpan participated in the 9th Annual World Karate Federation Training Camp and Youth World Cup in Umag, Croatia, bringing home the bronze medal for Team USA to Irving. Congratulations on all your hard work and dedication paying off, Sharon. You're our man about town this week. And that's all for this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time for a look at some cool tech tools from AT&T Marketplace and highlights from the Great Harvest and the Main Street event.
We'll leave you tonight with great mariachi music from Explore Mexico, the kickoff event for the Big Read 2016. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Susan Kamyab. Have a great evening.
Be